where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now, stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I remember when I was a child sitting on mother's knee. Yes, she told me all about the Bible that I might have victory. Well, she told me when I was young, this old race gonna be hard to run. Mother, by in the morning, she prayed for me. Now when children go away, mother prayed every night and day. She will say, Lord, take care of my children and don't let them go astray. Oh, she's so often down on her knees, crying, Lord, help my children, please. Mother, by in the morning, she prayed for me. Well, mother, she prayed for me. Oh, mother, my mother, prayed for me. Oh, yeah. See me coming, don't close your door. Yeah, my mother and child ain't got nowhere to go. Oh, but mother died in the morning. She prayed for me.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl Bernie here at Hits 92.3 and the Faith Show. We're here every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. to uplift you, to encourage you, and to inspire you to walk your faith, talk your faith, and share your faith. Faith, tried, trusted, and true. Don't forget to join us every Monday at 6 p.m. for the Faith Show here at Hits 92.3. And on this marvelous Monday, to uplift, to encourage, and to inspire you. Welcome to the Faith Show, Hits 92.3. You know what? We're in May, the 8th day of May, the second week of May, y'all. Guess what? Y'all want me? Y'all want me to tell y'all something? What's gonna be?
Better rub it in.
13 more days before school ends. Okay, I got it out of my system. We can move on. All right, 13 more days. All right, guys. All right. Welcome to the Faith Show, Hits 92.3. Don't forget to talk your faith, walk your faith, and share your faith. Faith, tried, trusted, and true. This is our Mother's Day edition. So we've got some phenomenal ladies that are going to come forth in just a little while. We're going to talk a little bit about motherhood and just kind of whatever we want to talk about. Okay. So y'all know what, we've done enough talking. I've welcomed you. We got to do what we do. You know, we got to give glory, honor, and praise to the one who gave us this platform. We got to pray. Let's do it, y'all. Father, in the name of Jesus, we come before you with thanksgiving. We ask you to forgive us for our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Now, Father God, speak to me and speak through me, that someone will be uplifted, encouraged, and inspired to take the next step on the journey. This is our Mother's Day edition, oh Father God. So I ask that you would just touch every mother under the sound of my voice, oh Father God, with an encouraging word as you speak through these vessels that will come forth today. This is my prayer in your Son Jesus Christ's name and by the resurrecting power of his blood. Amen. All right. So y'all listen, we welcome you. We got some birthdays coming up. Only just like one birthday, but we got a belated happy birthday. Happy birthday to a singing woman of God. She is so precious. And when you hear her sing, you want her to sing some more. Okay. She celebrated her birthday last week on the 3rd of May. She turned 90 years old. They call her Ma Duke, but her name is Miss Annie Mae Duke. Ma Duke, happy birthday. Belated happy birthday to you. 90 years old. God bless you. And happy birthday to another beautiful spirit who sings also. Miss Tamia White celebrates her birthday on Saturday, the 13th of May. The 13th of May. Now, y'all listen. Those are all the birthdays. Now, somebody else was born, but I just don't know who they are. But we celebrate you anyway because we celebrate here at the Faith Show. We love to celebrate. We love it. We love it. We love it. This is our good news. Of course, you know that the good news is that in 13 more days, we will not be going into the educational facility anymore. Just in 13 months. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying I can't help it. All right. That being said, even though I'm excited, there's some parents who are anxious because they don't have any place for their children to go. So I'm asking you to please, if you know of any place that these parents could send their kids for the summer, someplace that would provide care for the parent, for these young people, for our scholars, please let us know. We really need that from you. Get in touch with us here at the Faith Show, or get in touch with the parent and let them know that we support you. I'm saying that, but in all sincerity, please help if you can. This is also Teacher Appreciation Week is still going on. We're still celebrating our teachers. Tomorrow is National Teacher Day. The theme is joining together to tell teachers that we will listen to them, we will stand with them, and together we will take action that every student has a teacher who feels respected and supported. That would be good. That would be good. If we can make that happen, that would be good. Okay. So congratulations to a teacher who is the teacher of the year at M. Agnes Jones Elementary. This is Miss Tamara Kaysen. This is Women with a Ride. This is her mom. 21 years in education. She is teacher of the year at M. Agnes Jones. She to graduate of Alabama A&M University. So congratulations to you, Miss Kaysen. Yeah. His family. His family. Okay, this is serious. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Please get the help you need. Glenn Close says that what mental health needs is more sunlight, more candor, and more unashamed conversation. Okay, so we gotta really. Okay, we must not be afraid to get help. God is our counselor. Yes, he is, but he has also anointed vessels to use on this side of heaven to help us. He is our source, but he's given us resources. Okay. So let us use what God has provided for us. All right. This is also National Nurses Week. So celebrate a nurse as you celebrate a teacher. We thank you, nurses, for all you do. Nurses theme is nurses make a difference anytime, anywhere, and always. All right. Now, this is coming up. We have graduation. So y'all know every year I do something for graduation. Every year. First year was done by my sissy, Miss Pamela Regina Banks. Awesome job. Last year was Mr. Trey Farmer. And this year I got a surprise. Okay. So send in the names of those scholars who will be graduating. If they're graduating from the crib, we're going to celebrate them because we celebrate everybody here at the Faith Show. If they're graduating from the crib, if they're graduating from, I'm just kidding about the crib, but we want to celebrate everybody. Kindergarten, I think it's what they do. They'll do it kindergarten, then they do it to 5th grade, 8th grade, 12th grade, and then college. If you know of anybody who is reaching these milestones, please send their names. We want to call out their names. We want to celebrate them. All right. You know how to get in touch with me. If you don't, go to my web. It's at the bottom of your screen, I believe, right? It's the Faith Show. Hey, it's faith3t@gmail.com. Send me the names. Tell me what school they're graduating from. Tell me the grade, okay? I'd love to call out their names because we love to celebrate here at the Faith Show. Now, you heard the song by Brother Joe May. My mother prayed for me. Yes, she did. And if you have a mother, we are going to celebrate tonight Mother's Day. We know it's Sunday, but I don't like to do it after it's gone. I like to do it before. Okay. So we are celebrating tonight with two phenomenal women that I've asked to come, and they agreed to come. And I can't wait to have a conversation with them. And you will see them in just a moment. When we come back, if I might want to get my let me do, I don't want to cry yet. But okay, a song for Mama by Boys to Men. It always makes me cry, but we're gonna cry and talk. Okay? Come back after the break. It's 92.3 in the Faith Show.
Taught me everything you've given me. I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't be right if I didn't have you by my side. You were there for me, to love you, care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. No one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you, Mama. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. Yes, it is. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, you're always down for me, have always been around for me, even when I was bad. You showed me right from my wrong. Yes, you did. And you took up for me when everyone was down on me. You always did understand. You gave me strength to go on. There were so many times looking back when I was so afraid. And then you come to me and say to me, I could face anything. And no one else can do what you've done for me. You'll always be, you will always be the girl in my life. Ooh, Mama, Mama, you know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you.
Mama, you know I love you. That's a song for Mama by Boys to Men. That song is like, I don't know. It just does something to you if you listen to it, especially if your mom is not here. My mother's not here, but she would want me to celebrate, and I'm celebrating with two women that I do know, a mother and a daughter here. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves and then we'll talk. Let's go with Mama first.
Okay. I'm Gloria Irvin. I'm the mother of two adult daughters now. And I'm retired and I'm just enjoying retirement and my grandkids.
Okay, okay.
My name is Ryan Banks, Ryan Irvin Banks. This is my mom, Gloria. I'm a mother of one very rambunctious, fun, 19-month-old boy who keeps me and my husband very, very busy. And I'm so blessed to be here because this is family.
This is family.
This
This
is
is family.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, before we came on the air, I was talking about how I did not know that we would actually be family.
Mhm.
I knew Gloria before I knew that my nephew was dating Ryan. And I don't know when I found out that Ryan was your daughter.
Yeah,
Gloria and I
took a
worked
minute.
on some it was
Mhm.
worked on some committees together doing some First Ladies conferences. Hey, First Lady Gail, we love you, girl.
Yes, love you, love you.
And it's interesting though because she's a girl mom and
Mhm.
she married into
A
the
boy
family, a
mom.
boy mom
Yeah.
family. She had the two girls. My sister has the three boys,
That's
which
it.
Braxton is one of the boys in the family. So I just as a mother of girls, how interesting was that?
It's quite interesting because, people thought we were going to have girls and boys.
Mhm.
And my husband and I ended up with two girls.
Okay.
And so, because when Ryan was the second child, so we decided to name her Ryan, girl or boy. She was going to be a Ryan. So my husband has done a really good job of making them strong girls.
Okay.
Not just delicate girls, but they learn how to mow the yard. They play softball. They love sports. They can talk sports with any man on
Yes.
any game, any sport. So it was fun doing girls, but we made it a point so they didn't feel like a girly girl. They can do both.
So Ryan has the first boy in the family
Yes.
because
Yep.
your daughter Angela, is that her name?
Ashley.
Ashley, I'm sorry.
She
Sorry,
has a
Ashley,
girl.
forgive me. So Ashley has a girl.
Yes.
So Ryan has the boy in the family. Ryan, tell us a little bit about how it is being a new mom to our little
Princeton. Oh my goodness. So it's not just that my mom is a girl mom and my sister is a girl mom, but on my maternal side of the family, I think there's 13 girls and one boy.
Oh my goodness.
So we've been a girl family for decades. We've been a
Wow.
long-standing girl family. And so I had never been around little boys. I had never been around baby boys. I didn't know anything about caring for boys because all of my cousins and nieces and nephews, all of my family, all of my nieces, they've all been girls. So Princeton is teaching me something every day. And it's funny, Mama Pam, my mother-in-law, I'll call her and say, Princeton's climbing on something. And she says, that's just boys.
She knows about boys, doesn't she?
That's it. So I'm learning that boys are very active. You have to watch them all the time because they are always going to explore and try to find something to get into. So I'm learning, but it's fun.
So let me ask you, because you if you don't mind me saying your
Yes,
profession,
Uh-huh.
and you can tell me your profession, you are a lawyer.
I am, yes.
How do you balance? Because that's not one of those low stress jobs.
Yes.
So how do you balance, like, and I know there's no real good answer for this, but how do you balance with being a mom to this rambunctious little boy, and then having to deal with people all
the time? Yes. So it's a struggle. It's a daily struggle to find balance. I'm a trial lawyer, personal injury attorney with the dentist law firm. I'm the managing attorney there. So it's a very high stress job. But like all things, you find balance. I'm thankful my mom was a corporate executive, very busy. So I saw her sort of juggle things. She would show up to cheerleading practice in her heels and suit and be coming straight from work. So I had an example from her.
Right.
I set rules for myself. So some of the rules that I've set in 2023 is that I'm going to be there for bath time every night. I'm going to be there for dinner every night, and we'll do something fun on the weekend. So I think it's just finding balance. I think women, we're superheroes. That's the beauty of moms. We can find a way to do it all and just just fit it all together.
Yeah, yeah. And you being in an executive and
Yeah.
raising two girls, and she has one little boy, but you're raising, how far are your girls apart? Like
They're 6 years apart.
Yep.
6 years apart. So you did 6 years, and then you had to come back and start all over again.
Yep.
What was that like?
We wasn't expecting Ryan, and she knocked on the door, and she's been an adult since, she came here, as they say, grown. Yes.
Grow.
So it helped because she was mature. It helped having the distance in the ages because Ashley was a good helper at that point. But I'd have to say the number one thing is to have a supportive spouse.
Right.
You cannot balance those high profile jobs without a supported spouse and supported family.
Right.
So it made the difference, and we worked it out. We managed schedules and meals. You do a lot of cooking on the weekend, so there's always a meal, during the week, but you manage. We're superheroes.
Yes, we as women are. What is one of the things that your mom, that you can look at mom and say, I'm so glad that you taught me this, or you showed me this? What's one thing, if you could just pick one thing? I'm sure there's a million things. There's a ton of things, but one that you could say, you know what, I'm so glad that mom told me this, that this would be a season or whatever.
I pinpointed to one thing. It's something my mom always says, and I've heard her say it to other women at work before. And it's a funny thing. She always says, make sure you have your lipstick on. And that sounds like a funny thing to say, but I learned the meaning behind it as I became older. And so what I learned that is life is crazy. You're always going to feel disheveled. Things are going to rock you. People are going to upset you, but never let it show. Make sure that people see always. Make sure you always keep yourself together and you just keep pushing through, because whatever it is you're going through, a tough time, a bad day, it's going to get better. So I always think about that. If I'm having a rough day at work, or if I'm having a rough day at home, I say, oh, let me go get some lipstick and put my lipstick on. And that's just my reminder to just keep it together.
Now, is that what your mom taught you?
It's not what my mom taught me, but I think when you are a female in a male-dominated world, sometimes when you look untogether, people see it as a weakness, and often they take advantage of you. And so, I used to always just fake it till you make it. And so if you have your face together, you have your corporate look on, you have your armor on, then no one will know what you're going through internally. And you just keep putting one foot in front of the other until you make it where you're going to go, until you take that deep breath and you say, okay, I'm calm now. And so I mentored and developed a lot of young women coming up through corporate America. And that's what I used to tell them all the time. I know you're going through something, put that lipstick on. No one else has to know that you're going through your personal situation. And so you just keep it together until you get it together.
What's one of the things that your mom, that you can remember, that your mother told you or taught you, that sticks with you even right now?
Early on, when I was a young girl, my mother and I always did things together. Sewing was our thing. So I remember making outfits, my mom teaching me how to sew and all the little details of sewing. So I think it's just spending quality time with your child, male or female, and showing them little things and creating something that the two of you enjoy, so you can create a bond. Create a bond.
I think that's what's really lacking in the world today. Is like the spending that quality time, because everybody's trying to get to the next thing. Everybody's trying to climb the corporate ladder. Everybody's trying to make the dough or whatever. And so our young people, I think they have this lag, and we see it in our educational system and in everything that we're going through right now. As a young mother and as a mother of a 19-month-old, you still got a ways to go.
Yeah,
a long way to go.
Yeah, but
she got a long way to go, because he's a busy boy.
Yeah, he's showing some things now. What do you want? You and Braxton want to teach him, because one thing that I've learned about kids, they learn early.
Yes, they do.
So what is it that you're teaching him right now? It doesn't have to be like something like, I'm not trying to be deep.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. I think something that, and Braxton and I talk a lot. I'm so thankful for my amazing husband because we talk a lot about being on the same page about parenting. And so even at Princeton's young age, we want to teach him that the world is his. If he sees something and if he wants to try it, we're going to support him in doing it. We're going to pray through. If he's nervous in doing it, we're going to pray through it. We're going to give him the encouragement he needs. Princeton he's very social, but Princeton gets a little shy around people he doesn't know.
He does.
Yep. And so he cries and he loses it. And so some people, sometimes the thought is, okay, well, maybe we won't force him to go to new people. But what Braxton and I talk about is, no, we're going to encourage him to do it, but we're going to be right there for him.
Right.
Because that's going to teach him that in life, things are going to make you nervous. But mommy and daddy have your back. We're always right there holding your hand, pushing you through it. And so that's kind of how we look at parenting, is just allowing Princeton and all of our future children to do whatever it is that they want to do. And we're going to be right there with them. We're going to support it, even if it's different than what we might have had for them. We are going to stand with them and let them pursue whatever it is that they want.
Yeah.
Because you got it from your mom.
And that's how my mom has been for me. And I'll tidbit on that. As a little girl, I come up with all kinds of stuff. My mom want to be in a pageant. My mom want to play this. My mom want to do this. And whatever it was I said, she's like, okay, we're going to do it.
I can see that too. I can see that too. Very mild mannered, woman, awesome. When we worked together, she would just ask me what to, because we were working together on this conference on the hospitality committee.
Yep.
I remember. And it was like, we're going to do this together. So I can see her being supportive. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about motherhood, but we're going to hear a song from another one of my favorite songs is I Remember Mama by Shirley Caesar. Am I right, Sunshine?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, by Shirley Caesar. We'll be back here at Hits 92.3 and the Faith Show.
I remember Mama and the love that she gave. Kneeling by her bedside, I can still hear Mama say, the people are depending on you, Shirley. Don't you let them down. I remember Mama in a happy way. We went to school with holes in our shoes. We didn't have much, but the Lord saw us through. Mama kept the family together. Yes, she did. I remember Mama in a happy way. She packed our lunch in an old greasy bag. It might have seemed empty, but it was more than others had. It had a lot of love way down deep inside. Yes, it did. And I remember Mama in a happy way. I remember Mama in a happy way. Now Mama is sleeping in the bosom of Jesus Christ. Yeah. Somehow I know she's smiling. She's smiling over us right now. Look at her there. One day I'll see her again. How happy I will be. Yeah. I remember Mama in a happy way. I remember Mama in a happy way. My brothers and sisters, they're living far apart. Although my mom is gone, she's right here in our hearts. We all gonna pull together and stand when I was about 12 years old. I was going to church, playing church. How many of you used to play church? Let me see your hand. Yeah, some of you still play. And I remember.
We are back here at Hits 92.3 in the Faith Show with our Mother's Day edition of the Faith Show. Remember, Mother's Day is on Monday, May 14th. So don't forget to celebrate your mother. As you can see, mothers are very pivotal in our lives. And we have two phenomenal women here who are mothers. We have a girl mom here, Miss Ryan. Nope, Ryan Urban Banks is over there. Yep. She has the boy.
Yes.
And her mom, Miss Gloria Urban, has the girls, Ashley and Ryan, two girls, and then a granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Ashley's daughter?
Gabby's 3.
Gabby's 3.
Mm-hmm.
And these are your, and what was it like having the first boy? Like, you guys must have been, because he's born close to your birthday.
He was born on the 4th, and my birthday is the 5th, October 4th and October 5th. So he's my baby. We will.
They're right there together. They are right there together.
We have our special bond.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And you do have a special bond. And, you know, people say, and I used to hear this when I was growing up, I treat all my children the same. Impossible.
That is true.
You cannot treat all of your children the same.
Can't.
You cannot. Their personalities are different.
Mm-hmm.
How different are Ashley and Ryan?
Totally different. Totally. You know, Ashley, when she came, she was a premature baby. So Ashley was always quiet, mild-mannered, very pleasant. You know, she would only get upset if she wouldn't get her way. Ryan came here rambunctious. She knew everything. She talked all the time. She was everywhere. She tried to do everything. And, you know, you think they came from the same parent, the same family environment. How can they be so different? Ryan has been here before, so she always knew what she wanted to do, when she wanted to do it, and how she wants to do it. Ashley, she's cool. She's more laid back. She wants to take her time and think through her situation, and she rocks to her own beat.
Yeah.
So your children are very different. And, you know, as a parent, sometimes you think, okay, I'm going to be a good mother. I'm going to do this. And you think you can treat them the same and do everything the same, but you can't.
You can't.
And as a mother, you have to know what motivates your child, what take away from that relationship. And you have to mother or parent to that.
Right.
And I had to really parent Ashley different than I did Ryan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ryan wanted to be everything and do everything all at the same time. And I had to say, only one activity at a time.
She has the right job.
That's it.
She likes to talk. She talks and stuff like that. She has the right job. Like she's going in. She's going in. And I'm saying, because I said your future children, if you have more children, I'm sure that we're going to want a girl in there somewhere, because well, girl, Pam's definitely want a girl.
Yeah, we're gonna find a way to get them a girl.
A girl. But how important was it for you to give them this spiritual foundation? Because I heard her say that in raising Princeton, when she's gonna give him the tools, and one of the things she said was, we're gonna pray about it. How important was that for you to make sure that they had that spiritual foundation?
You know, one of the things is, I think parents, they have to give kids a good foundation. And that foundation has to encompass everything in life in order for them to survive and be successful. So in my mind, raising my kids, I wanted to make sure they had a good, solid church, a good, solid spiritual. I remember, and even today now, we will drive 20, 25 miles to get to the right church, the right people who are influencing my children. But not only just spiritual, you need to expose them to all walks of life.
Right.
You need to expose to them all different cultures, because if you raise a child in a tunnel and they only see just their little something, then they're not prepared to handle the world.
Exactly.
And that's part of that foundation, is exposing them to different things, different foods, just a diverse of things, so that they can conquer the world.
Yeah, because I remember one of the youth pastors at our church was very kind of concerned that when he said that they were going somewhere like to Conyers or somewhere.
Yeah.
They thought they were going out of town, like
Yeah.
someplace big. And
Just
it's
here
like
in
just
Atlanta.
down the street.
Right.
Just down the street. What is it that you want for Princeton as it relates to him growing up? Like, are you going to start? Because some people start their kids out traveling early.
We did.
And are you going to take him to those places where maybe mom took you when you were growing up?
Yeah, Princeton already has a Sky Miles account. He's been going since he was about 3 months old.
He went to like California.
He's been several places, California, Virginia, wherever we go, and that's kind of to that same point. You've got to see different people, see different cultures, see how different people live, different parts of the world. And so even though he's young, he may not remember some of these trips, but I know Braxton and I, it's our plan and our prayer to try to take a family vacation every year, maybe somewhere different, so that our kids can see those things. Because it's a whole world out there, so much to see and so many places go. It might just be a drive away or a short flight away.
Right.
Well, I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi. So Princeton's had his car ride to Mississippi. He's also had a flight to Mississippi.
Yeah.
So
Mississippi.
He's a little world traveler. He's been to Mississippi.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Me and Nate went to Mississippi. We almost lost our minds with that food down in Mississippi. I tell y'all, that food. We will go to Mississippi and eat. Okay, Mississippi, they have some great food there. But when it comes to, I was saying, like parenting girls, what was one of your hardest things to do? What was one of the hardest things about these girls?
I can say one of the most difficult things for me to understand as a daughter that they preached often is there are so many things that are trendy now. Dressing, a certain kind of way or doing whatever seems cool. And so growing up, my mom would say, cool is out. You got to be a lady. You always have to be a lady. They would always preach that. And so I would see some of the girls and they would get to wear these real short shorts. I'm like, I want to wear my short shorts. Why can't? But I'm thankful my mom always put that emphasis on her girls that you all are always going to be ladies. You don't have to show, things to get attention. And so that was ingrained in me. So as an adult or in college, when you start to face some of those things and you're making decisions on their own, you're like, no, I'm going to wear the longer dress because I don't want to be giving the wrong message or doing this. And so I didn't know how that was planting a seed, but that was something as girls that you really put in us a lot about just being a lady, not being trendy.
I think the other thing that I did, because I was really afraid of the world changing so much and really the influence it had on the girls. And so I really was afraid of their safety. I mean, just everywhere. And so I had to find a balance of being their friend and being their parent.
That's it.
And so I used to always tell them, you can have your friends, they can have an opinion, but when it really get down to it, I'm your best friend.
Right.
So you can come to me, you can say, you know what? I don't need a mother right now. I need a friend. And so I allowed them that privilege. And, they pulled the card a couple of times, but for whatever reason, around the time of their birth and their age group, I was more concerned about safety.
And which is what we are definitely concerned about now in this culture. What is one of the things that concerns you most about 19-month-old Kristen growing up in this world?
It is, Lord knows, I think about it every day. I'll probably tear up just talking about it. But I have a little black boy. And his dad is 6'3". His uncles are 6'1" and 6'2". So I know he's going to be a bigger black boy. I know he's going to be tall. And I work in the legal industry. So I know all the stories and things that we see. And so my fear for him every day is that the world doesn't judge him or assume him to be certain things, make assumptions about him,
right?
And how we'll explain that to him. Everybody might not like you all the time. Some people may prejudge you, and you have to deal with that. And so I think about that for him every day, think conversations he might have to have or times that he might feel judged. And so that's something I'm very fearful of for him.
Yeah, because honestly, I can tell you that when my boys were and this is he's only 19 months. When my boys were growing up, so many times they were stopped by
Yeah.
police for no reason.
Yeah.
So many times they were put in the back of a police car
Absolutely.
because they had grades.
Yeah.
Or they drove a certain car. They like to fix up these cars and stuff. And so so many times they were pigeon.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the
Most
different
definitely.
color of the skin. Even me,
Absolutely.
they stopped me in this little old car I had one time talking about oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for a little for white male. And then go, obviously you're not a white male. Obviously,
Right.
But they
Exactly.
stopped
But
you
they
but they
anyway.
stopped you
stopped me
anyway.
anyway. You
Yeah.
know, so I can only imagine, at 19 months old, you having to think about that now, because you do have to think about it now.
It is the reality that we live in. And my husband's been in law enforcement for over 10 years. So
Yeah.
I love law enforcement. We're very big supporters of law enforcement, but there is a reality that our Black boys face when
Yeah.
they are being targeted, when they are being pulled over and questioned in certain scenarios, and teaching them how to navigate that and teaching them not to affect their self-worth thinking about that.
Right.
Why am I being stopped, or what did I do to cause this attention? So it's something I think about often. I'm very emotional about, and I hope that the world continues to change, so when he gets to his driving age in his teenage years, maybe he doesn't have to fight the same fight that's been going on for decades.
You're right too, because you have to teach them to be themselves too, to
Mhm.
have dreams and to
Mhm.
think, because having that conversation with them about Black boys can really tear down their dreams and their
Mhm.
aspirations to
Mhm.
be something bigger and better.
Mhm.
Princeton might be the president of the United States one day.
Hey.
And we've got to support that if that's the direction he wants, but also to know how a Black man is being treated in America.
And that's and why do we have to have those conversations?
We do.
When does it
that
stop?
is, yeah, when does it stop? Why are we still having to have those conversations when we're in 2023?
Absolutely.
And
It's crazy.
it just seems like it's a never ending cycle that we're in. But nonetheless, we're raising phenomenal young people. We see all the bad stuff.
Yes.
And as an attorney, and seeing all the things that are going on, because you said you're a criminal lawyer, a trial lawyer?
Personal injury, but I've done criminal
You've
for
done-
some years. So I
okay.
do civil now, but I still work very closely on criminal cases. And so I see so much. And honestly, and I'm not defending anyone's actions, but so often it is that someone didn't have a mentor, something was going on at home,
Yeah.
and people fall in these situations that change the trajectory of their life just because they didn't have someone to stand in the gap. Every Saturday, my husband goes to a program in Douglasville, Youth Against Violence, where there are different kids there who have just committed one mistake, and so it's an opportunity for them to complete the program and get their record wiped clean. So I go with him a lot. I take Princeton with me a lot, and I'll hear the kids saying, "Oh, I just wanted to be cool," or my mom wasn't home that day, and so I was wandering the streets and got into this activity. Well, mom was at work to try to pay the bills.
Right.
So it's sad, but I think the more that, and you talked about people talking about summer programs, the more we create programs where kids have places to go,
Right.
to be safe, to express themselves, so they don't get into trouble. The idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Right.
Yep.
And so if they stay busy, if they stay in activities, I believe we can get these things down. But those things cost, and everybody can't do it. And so I'm thankful for the programs that come out. I hope people send some in where people don't have to pay, and they can send their kids somewhere and feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we're looking for, because we know, as excited as I am to be out of school, I know that there are a lot of parents who are anxious because their kids are out of school, and our young scholars don't have anything to do. And it's one of those things that, how do we fix it? How do we fix it? Can we fix it?
Yeah.
At this point, with everything, it seems like everything is so topsy-turvy, turned upside down. But we know what we have to do. We have to keep praying, and we have to keep believing. We can't make the news the final say.
That's
I really,
Absolutely.
really want to say that to people. Stop making the news the final say.
yeah,
Because they're going to show you what they want to show you.
yeah,
And there are a lot of young people who are doing great things. We've got a lot of young Black men graduating
yeah.
and doing exceptional things.
Absolutely.
And that's why I want to celebrate the graduates. So before we get out of here, I want to say, what advice would you give to not just a girl mom, but to a mother, period, who even has not just young little kids,
Mhm.
but who has daughters your
Mhm.
daughter's age? What would you say to a mother?
I would tell them to support their child to be the very best that they can be and whatever it is that they have a passion about. And I have to say, I want to talk a little bit about my daughter, Ashley.
Yeah.
Ashley, I had a plan for after she was my first. And so I had these dreams and aspirations of what I wanted her to do, what I thought she was capable of doing. And Ashley had a different thought about that. So at some point, I had to pull back and kind of let her lead the way. And when I took the rings off, Ashley excelled in everything. When I had the rings on, it was like, oh, come on, grades, everything.
Uh-huh.
But when you take the rings off and let them be passionate about whatever it is that they're passionate about, they'll go their way. So I would tell a parent that you need to just find out what it is that they're dreaming about, what it is their passion. Because in that, I found out Ashley has a gift for working with special needs kids. And so
Ashley.
that's a journey that's a little slower than being an attorney, a little
Mhm.
slower than being a doctor, a little slower than being whatever. And so just supporting whatever it is their dream, and always let them know that you're their number one fan. They can come to you for advice. They can come to you when they just want to cry, want to just scream, or whatever it is, so that you can help support them to continue being successful. Even
Wow.
with the curves, even with the waves and the valleys, you can continue to support them to be successful. And the other thing I would tell them is to build up their self-esteem and their confidence, that when arrows come at them, that their child knows, I won't give up because I'm going to get where I'm going. Because there are a lot of people who will try to pull you away from your dream or don't
Mhm.
understand your dream.
Mhm.
And sometimes those are family members. And so a mother has to create that confidence in their child. You can make it. You could do it.
Mhm.
And that's where that spiritual part comes in too.
Mhm.
You could do it as long as you have a spiritual foundation. So I'm very proud of both of my girls. I feel like they're pursuing their dreams. And I'm just proud that we're able to support that and we have a great relationship, because I see a lot of families where they don't have that relationship, and it hurts to
Yeah.
see that.
Mm.
And so I'm just real proud of my two girls.
Yes.
And so your last comment here, Miss Ryan Irving Banks, what would you want a new mom to know about raising a rambunctious little boy?
Yeah. Well,
If you had anything,
give up on sleep first. But no, what I would say for a new mom is there's so much information coming at you as a new mom.
Mhm.
The internet, everything you Google, it says, do this for your baby, do this for your baby. Doctors are pressure, family members are pressure. Everyone has their own way. And so to just be at peace with what you know is best for your child. And you're not going to always get it right. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're going to get it
You're
wrong.
gonna get it wrong about.
But to just do whatever if you've prayed about it and God has told you this is the best decision for your child, to feel comfortable in that and feel comfortable saying, I'm not going to go with the internet, or thank you, doctor, for your suggestion, but God told me this for my child. Thank you, family, for your suggestion, but God told me this for my child. So I think just trusting that intuition, because I believe, and I've just learned in my experience from Princeton, what's in your gut for your kid is what's best. And that's only implanted in you, and you feel it and you know it, and you've got to trust that.
Yeah.
And so that's it. And get some running shoes. That's what I got. That's what I got for babies.
And it's interesting though, because I don't know why people think that as there are no perfect parents.
Mhm.
Right.
None. So you're going to get it wrong.
Mhm.
And that's okay. As long
Mhm.
as you try, as long as you go in there and correct.
Yep.
Yep.
and do it gently.
Yeah.
And do it with love.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you even get that wrong.
Yeah.
But you have opportunities.
Yep.
If you have those opportunities, take them and make the most of the opportunities that you have.
Absolutely.
Ladies, it is time for us to go. I wish I could speak to you guys longer, but we have to get out of here. But I thank you so much for joining me on the Faith Show on this Mother's Day edition. If you look at the screen, they said they're waiting for your parenting guidebook.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Sunshine being sunshine.
Go ahead, Sunshine.
I know that you love Shy Kiera. I'm blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have another Shy Kiera song that's perfect for Mother's Day, and that's how we're going to end the show.
All right.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank you for
Yes.
inviting us, Elaine.
Oh, it's been wonderful to talk with you ladies, and I hope that I'll get you back sometime.
Definitely.
Just to talk
Most
about
definitely.
something different, because I'm intrigued by this mother that was in corporate America, and then she raised these daughters, because special needs is my baby.
Okay.
I work with kids with
That's
special needs.
right.
That's
Ashley is
her.
an ABA. Well, she's a RBT therapist. RBT.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
But
That's
soon
nice.
she will be a BCBA.
Yeah.
We're claiming it.
Okay then. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
It's a board certified behavior analyst.
Yes.
So it's the highest level you can go in that. And you're the one that really decides what's the plan for this child? How can we take this child to the next level? And so she's really good at it. And so I'm claiming that. And so all that's listening to me, put that on your
Stand
prayer
in prayer,
list,
yes.
because we are moving in that direction.
We got a lot we praying for. Ain't that right, Sunshine? Come on now, y'all. Listen, we got to get out of here, but I just thank Miss Gloria and Ryan for being here tonight. So remember, tomorrow, Tester Tuesday with First Lady Gail, who is you may not see her on Tester Tuesday, but continue to pray for her. All right. Forgot our guest. I knew it, but I forgot it. Okay, but we all need prayer. So don't forget to join Jackson Memorial Baptist Church prayer line on Wednesday at 6:15 a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. Your number is 425-436-6319, and the access is 116782. Don't forget to call in. And if you miss us on Wednesday, don't worry about it. Just because got you on Thursday. 1-605-313-4185, access 529-670. And don't forget to join us back here next Monday for the Faith Show Hits 92.3. And we just want to say we love you and happy Mother's Day.
Happy
to
Mother's Day.
everyone that's a mother. Love you guys. See you next week.
So amazing how this woman, he loves me. It's so amazing how this woman protects